Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. Today I am out here somewhat the top garden, not the middle garden, nor the bottom garden, guys. I am here today in the container garden that I told you all that I will be bringing each and every one of you all that are watching along with us with the container garden. Okay, now what I want to go ahead and do is just pretty much give a quick little update of what's going on in the container garden, guys. And as time goes on, guess what? We're even putting more things in container because we want to go ahead and show you all step by step that it can be done. Okay, especially if you have a small balcony apartment or something of that nature, you still can grow something, guys. Don't let that discourage you. I think what I may even do later on, I may even put some cucumbers inside of a container and grow some cucumbers so you all can see that, hey, you can also grow some cucumbers, right? So no further ado, what we are going to go ahead and do right now is get into, because I did took you all when we planted those potatoes. And so right over here to my right, and maybe some of y'all left, is our potatoes, guys. And if y'all can see, they are doing really well. We still have some real nice greenery on these potatoes right here. So like I said, a sign let you know when your potatoes are ready. You let them go ahead and do their time in the ground, and once the foliage start to die back on them, guys, 9 times out of 10 those potatoes, they have given up putting nutrients into those roots, guys, and so it will be time to harvest. So y'all stick around for that. Absolutely, I don't know what is going on down here inside of these pots, guys, but the way how these potatoes are growing, my guess is I think we may have some potatoes down there, where they may be small potatoes or big potatoes. Nonetheless, hey,
it's edible.
It's edible, and I'll be happy for whatever the Most High bless us with here. All right, so that is pretty much it right there for the potatoes. We do have one that is putting on flower, you know, but hey, they're growing pretty good. All right, so come on along. We're going to move on over to the next spot where we do have some more stuff planted. Okay, so right inside of this tall bin right here, I know you may be wondering, hey, why do you have this tall bin to plant stuff? Whatever you get your hands on, guys, that can hold some dirt, plant something in it. All right, but what we have going on right here, this particular container is filled all the way down to the ground with dirt. Simple reason why, because of the kind of plant that is in here. Now what we have in here is burdock root, guys. Now if you all know, burdock root is a very medicinal plant. Now I am not a doctor and I'm not a physician, so you know, you have to do your own research, but check burdock root out, guys. It is good for a lot of things, especially within the first year. Those roots, the medicinal benefit in the roots is very potent. All right, so check out that burdock root. That is also one of the things, planting herbs and different medicinal things on your homestead balcony or wherever you may be, just for your well-being. Okay, so you can go ahead and check burdock root out. Right over here is just a lemon plant that we had in the front yard, and what we did, we dug it up, put it in a pot, and so that way it can survive, guys, because it did not survive that cold that we had well, this one survived, the rest of them not so much. All right, so this right here is also some tomatoes that we put inside of this pot. If y'all seen that previous video when I took you all when we planted those tomatoes, this is what they are looking like right now. Now this one, I do need to start coming in and start training them to climb up my posts. I'll be just getting a string and tying them on this post as they grow up so they can use this as their trellis. All right. And right here is a mint. As a young man growing up back home in Jamaica, this was a mint every morning, just about every morning before I go to school. We'll get a cup of that right there. All right. But it is a very, very fragrant mint. Smell really good. It's not like your typical Cullen. Yes, I believe that's what it is, Cullen mint. But it's not your regular mint that sprawl around on the ground. Okay, this is more grow like a bush. Yeah. All right. And so this right here is my son little container garden, like I told you guys. Don't know exactly what it is, but hey, as y'all can see the growth.
Dinner tonight.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And as y'all can see the growth on this thing here, guys, it is doing really well. And it's like she said, it's going to be soon time to come on. Well, it is time to come on in and harvest this green right here. All right. And so right back here is also where we had those beets planted. Now look at the growth on those beets, guys. They're doing really well. Doing really well. We're looking for a good harvest out of those beets. Yeah, you know. But hey, that just lets you know that a container, throw you something in there and just let it grow. Just let it grow. All right. And so we're going to move on over. Now, if you all remember when we planted this bell pepper right here, and I said, hey, if anybody knows what it is that's causing the leaves on this plant right here to yellow like that right there, guys, what it is that caused this particular plant to yellow like that, I say lack of nitrogen. Okay, was not getting enough nitrogen. Now I've feed it. You know, of course I have some chicken manure and stuff in here, but I guess it just have not bounced back around just as yet. But we're still tending to it and just making sure we can give it the best start possible. Now, what I've noticed, it is starting to put out a couple of new shoots out on the side, but you know, very little greenery, guys, not a whole lot, very little greenery. We'll see what it do from there. All right, so we'll keep you all up to date. If it made it, if it makes it, and it don't make it, then hey, we'll be all right anyway. Either way, we will be all right. And so right over here is where I have Trinidadian scorpion pepper.
I think that's chocolate scotch.
You think this chocolate scotchy? Okay, well, she said chocolate scotchy. So right here where we have a chocolate scotchy. All right. So far, it is looking really well. It's coming up real nicely. And right here is where we also have some Georgia collards, guys. And remember to always take off those yellow leaves. Okay. And so Georgia collards, this right here is the red Russian kale. And over here is some Brussels sprout, no, broccoli, if I'm not mistaken. There's some broccoli right here. And this is another tomato plant. And it's looking really good. Looking really good. Now this is just feeding off of the chicken manure, the amendment that I put in the soil right here, guys. All this stuff that you see growing right here, there is no fertilizer in here, just chicken manure for the meantime in between time. Now, if I come in and I see that they need some stuff, then I'll go ahead and add in to give it a boost. But this one, I will not be giving it no fertilizer no time soon. Okay. Right over here is where we also have some kohlrabi planted. Okay. This is some kohlrabi. Now, what I did is all those suckers that I had planted out over there in my raised bed, I just went ahead and took some suckers out of there, put inside of here just for demonstration purposes, guys. Okay, so y'all can see that, hey, a container garden is possible. It can be done. Just put your hands to it, put your mind to it, and get out there and do what you have to do to feed your family. All right, and right here is where we have a eggplant, okay, that is doing really well. It's doing really well. this particular eggplant is doing better than the other ones that I actually planted out. Yes, it is doing really well, guys. Okay, so but later on we'll give you all a update on the other gardens, let y'all see what is going on in them. So just stay tuned for that. This right here is also the tomato that we planted the other, on video the other day. And if you all notice, it's only one that survived in here. Only one that survived. The other two that I had planted in here, those, they perished, guys.
Those were the lanky ones.
The lanky ones, yeah, that we say, we plant them, see what they do. If they do something, if they don't, hey. But one of them went ahead and took off. And also, the video we dropped the other day that was showing the seeds that our subscribers sent us, guys. Guess what? We have germination, okay? See that? So far we have 2, and I believe that is 1 peeping out right there. So we have right about, say, 3 that is germinating, and that is good, okay? And that's, like I said, tomato plants, you don't necessarily have to start tomato on the inside. You could bring them out in early spring and they will germinate. Even if you still get a little frost and those seeds don't germinate before that before the frost hits them, they will still be okay. As long as that seed is laying dormant in the soil, guys, that seed will still germinate. I'm not just speaking because it's something that it's something I know, because right now I have a tomato plant over there coming up out of the dirt that I didn't plant, okay? And so every year that happens, wherever you plant tomatoes, they tend to pop up, whenever spring comes around. So it's never too late to come out and start some tomato in the ground, okay? So right here also is where we have the tire. Like I said, you know what? Hey, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put some stuff in some tires too, because I did have these tires cut that I was using at one point, and now I'm bringing them back, okay? So right here we have some mint, and what's that you planted again?
Lemon balm.
Lemon balm, okay? So we have some spearmint and also
This is peppermint.
peppermint. We have some peppermint and also some lemon balm planted in these tires right here, guys. Now, one of the thing is, I had someone were to say, hey, these tires, they will leach X, Y, and Z into the soil, da, da, da. And you may be right, okay? But what I want you to think about, if you was in a situation where you didn't have anything to plant in and all you had was some tires, now you rather be perished because you don't have any food, or you rather to go ahead and plant something to be able to survive another day or two. You see what I'm saying? So don't get caught up into, hey, it's tires, it's gonna, yes, you go ahead and say a prayer and let the Most High take care of the rest. All right. Right over here, guys, is where we have some Trinidadian scorpion peppers planted as well. And they're doing really good for the most part. And over here as well is where we have more Trinidadian scorpion peppers. And as y'all can see, they're coming, okay? Once these roots get established in this pot and I keep them moist, they're going to do exactly what I want them to do, guys. But nonetheless, that is it right there. I just wanted to come on in real quick and give you all a quick update on the container gardening. Get one started. If you don't have one, get one started, guys. But nonetheless, that is it right there. Just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there. Have a blessed day.